As you inhale, just feel the whole body expanding with your breath. Breathing in that life force, that energy, sending it all the way into your body this morning. And as you exhale, the body releases any stagnation, anything it's storing, and you start to feel heavier and heavier. Again, we inhale all of the way in. Exhaling all of the way out. Let's take one more full breath. Take a bend into your legs, so your feet are hip width apart. Send your arms alongside you. Just make sure you can touch your heels with the fingertips. Pushing the lower back into your mat, keeping that chin tucked in. We're going to keep our arms where they are and just push up the hips from the mat and hold. Seeing the belly rise as you inhale. Seeing the belly fall as you exhale. One more breath. This time as you exhale, allow the spine to slowly come back down to the ground. We're going to do that one more time. Inhale, bring the spine away from the mat, and this time bring the arms up as well. Send the arms behind you, lowering the arms to the ground. Keeping that squeeze, that hold. And then as you exhale, lowering back down. Awakening the spine this morning. Taking hold of both knees with the hands, draw them into the chest and then start to draw a circle. So you're holding the knees, drawing that circle one way. And then draw that circle the opposite way. Plant the feet back down on your mat. Link your fingers together. Place your hands underneath your head, resting the elbows down on the ground. And just let the knees fall over to the right. Maybe turning the head to the left. Holding there. Expanding that breath into the body once again. Releasing anything that doesn't serve. We're not carrying anything through to our new day. One more breath. Roll it slowly back to center. Knees in the head. And let's drop over to the other side. Sending the knees closer to the ground. Maybe turning the head to the right. That lovely spinal release. last breath here. Come in slowly back to center. Let's squeeze the knees into the chest. Hold them in. Maybe bringing up the head as well. Curling into a tight ball. Lowering the head, taking that rock side to side, so you're massaging through your lower back. One more roll. And then very slowly take yourself onto one side to bring yourself back up. Let's come to our table position. Knees under the hips, hands under the shoulders. And we're going to shift our hands slightly further forward for our circle, drawing over to the right, the left, and then continuing through. Taking your time here. Still finding that long breath. Rolling into all the joints. Maybe it feels nice just to have the eyes closed. And let's reverse that circle the opposite way. One more breath here. Coming back to table, shifting the hands under the shoulders once again. Let's tuck our toes, hover our knees away from our mat. Gaze is down. And then start to sit back towards the heels, pushing the arms long, holding, stretching into the shoulders. And then we start to straighten the legs, maybe planting the heels a little closer to the ground. Taking a pedal into one side and the other. Pushing the toes into the mat. Making sure you can feel the weight evenly in the hands. Let's stay here for 2 more breaths. One more. Plant the heels back down. Let's take a walk towards our toes. Let our body hang, hold on to your elbows, maybe staying just where you are, or maybe taking that sway side to side. Letting the whole upper body go. Blood is flooding the brain, bringing fresh oxygen. We're going to release our hands down to our mat or maybe our block. We're going to keep our left hand down on our mat and just stretch long with that right arm. And maybe take a bend into that left leg and push back a little more into your right. Maybe looking up now towards that right arm. Let's drop that right hand down to the ground. We're going to bend into the right leg, straighten the left leg and send that left arm long. Again, maybe gazing upwards. Seeing if you can sit back into that left leg a little more. Like you're sitting to the wall behind you. And then drop back down to the mat. Let that head go. Give the head a little shake side to side. See if you can free up the neck a little more. Maybe nodding yes. nodding no. And then we're going to take that walk down our mat all of the way into our plank pose. Hands under the shoulders. Let's drop the knees down to our mat. Relax our toes and sit back to our heels, resting the forehead down. Take that inhale through the nose. Take that sigh out of the mouth. Just let it all go. Again, take that inhale in. And as you take that sigh out, letting any worries just drift away. Picking up the head, taking a walk over to your right side as far as you can go. That left hand can go on top of the right hand and you rest your forehead back down. You can always grab your block if you need it. You should feel that opening along the left side of the body, that left hip, all the way up that left arm. Let's stay for a few more breaths. Let's pick up the head, take that walk slowly over to your left side now. Remember that right hand can be on top of the left as you drop your forehead back down. Making sure you can feel that opening along the right. I'm going to take 2 more breaths. One more. Stretching the arms long on your mat, coming back to center. We're going to push back into our down dog here. So tuck the heels, push back into those toes. From this position, we should be able to just send our hips straight down to our mat in our up dog. Our hands should not need to move. And then as we exhale, we push back into that down dog. We're going to move a little quicker into our up dog, into our down dog. And again, into that up dog, into down dog. Let's do one more. Drop those hips down to your mat, staying on your toes. And then exhaling back into that down dog position. We're going to step, walk, jump to the top of the mat. Bring the feet together, folding over both legs. As we inhale, let's come all of the way up. Bringing the palms together at the top of the head. And then exhaling down to your heart. Let's take a moment to welcome this new day with joy, with opportunities, with gratitude. As we inhale, let's bring the arms up. And as you exhale, let's fold down over the legs. Long spine when you're ready. Step back, right foot and left foot back into that plank pose. You can drop your knees if you need. Holding for 2 more breaths. One more. This time we start to bend at the elbows, lowering the chin, the chest, the abdomen down. Relax your toes as you roll into your cobra. And we're going to go straight back into that down dog position. Stretching back right leg, squeezing it back, 3-legged dog. We're going to take a bend into that knee and take a twist towards our right arm, opening up into that hip joint. So your gaze is under that right arm. You're bending that right knee. Sending that hip back down towards your mat as you draw that right knee into your chest. Take that pause here. As you exhale, send that right leg long, three-legged dog. Let's inhale, knee to chest. Exhale it long. Inhale it in. Exhale it long. One more here, knee to chest. Exhale long. Let's step that right foot forward. We're going to keep our left knee down on our mat. Relax our toes. Come up into that low lunge, bringing the arms up. Holding here. Bring your hands to your heart center. Maybe untucking those toes, pushing up into your low lunge. So you can always keep that knee down if you need to. Holding, pausing. Keep those shoulders relaxed. One more breath. Getting ready to frame that right foot. We're going to step it back to our plank or our child's pose and hold here. Making sure those fingers are wide. Push back into your heels a little more. And then we get ready to take that lower down to our mats. We breathe into our cobra. And we exhale into our down dog. Planting those heels down. Getting ready to squeeze that left leg back. Three-legged dog. We're going to bend into that left knee. We want to open up our hip joint. We're going to turn our gaze under our left arm. Holding, breathing here. Turning that hip back to your mat. Ready to draw that left knee in. And then exhale it long. Let's hug that knee in. Exhale it back. Let's do one more, breathing in. Exhaling long. We're going to step that left foot forward to the top of our mat. We plant our back leg down, right knee down. We send those arms long, relaxing the toes. Bringing our hands to our heart center. We can stay just where we are, or we can untuck, push back into that heel, and send that leg long. Relaxing the shoulders, the jaw, the tongue. One more breath here. Let's frame that left foot. This time that right foot is coming in. Our feet come together, top of the mat, and we fold. As we come up with that inhale, we send our arms long. As we exhale, we're going to send our right hand back, our left hand forward. Hips are staying where they are. We inhale, arms long. We twist left hand back, right hand forward. Coming back to center, both arms long. Palms come together. We exhale to our heart. Getting ready to inhale, long arms. Exhale down. That long spine when you're ready. Stepping back, right foot, left foot into plank or child's pose. Holding here. We're going to drop our left knee down. Take our weight onto our left arm and open up with our right. We can always bring up our right leg, or we can keep that leg down if we need to. Holding, breathing, finding that balance. Engaging the core. One more breath. And And then drop back down into your plank, pushing back into those heels, staying just where you are. And then dropping that right knee down, opening up with that left arm, maybe kicking up that left leg. Holding, finding that balance. Dropping back into your plank. Ready to take that slow lower down to your mat. Breathing to your cobra. Exhaling into your down dog. Squeeze that right leg back. We're going to step it straight forward, top of the mat, into your high lunge, bending into that right knee. Opening up into your warrior two. Dropping that right elbow down, send that left arm long. Let's reverse our warrior. Again, dropping down, left arm long. Reverse. Let's do that one more time. Maybe that right hand comes down to your mat. And we reverse. Coming back to your warrior two. Let's frame that right foot. Step it back to our plank and hold. Drop that right knee down. Maybe open up with that left arm. We can lift off that left leg. Holding here. Coming back to your plank, holding your plank or resting the knees down if you need. And then dropping that left knee down, opening up with your right hand, right arm, maybe lifting off that right leg. Dropping back into that plank pose, ready to lower down to your mat. Roll into your cobra, exhale into your down dog. Squeeze that left leg back. We're stepping it forward, top of the mat. That high lunge, both arms up. Opening into our warrior two. Dropping that elbow down, right arm long. Reversing our warrior. Dropping down. Reverse. Dropping down again, maybe that left hand is all the way to your mat. Reverse. Framing that left foot. Step it back to your plank or your child's pose. This time weight on that left arm, taking that balance with both feet on the mat. If you need to drop that knee, you do so. Rolling back into your plank, reversing the opposite way. Right hand stays down, left arm long. Back to your plank, ready to lower all the way to your mat. Roll into your cobra and exhale to those heels in child's pose. Find your breath. Taking 2 more breaths here. One more. When you're ready, come back to your down dog. Squeeze that right leg back. Let's step it forward. Top of the mat. That high lunge. Then framing that right foot, we're going to take the weight into that right leg and kick back the left leg. You can grab your block if you need it. Bakrasana, standing half splits. We start to draw that knee into our chest and we take it long. We draw that knee in. We take it long. Let's do one more. This is strengthening our hips, our lower back, our legs, working with our balance. From here, take that left leg behind your right and fold over both legs. You should feel that lovely stretch in the back of the left leg. You can always drop your hands to your block. Uncross the legs, fold over both legs. Let's inhale, rise all of the way. Palms come together. Let's take that right arm back, left arm forward. Inhale back to center. Take that twist the opposite way, left arm back. Back to center. And exhale to your heart. Inhale, reach. Exhale, lower. Last round here, long spine when you're ready. Step back, left foot, right foot in your plank. We're going to lower all the way down to our mat. We're going to roll it into our cobra. And exhale into our down dog. Send that left leg back, squeeze it back. Step that foot forward, top of your mat. Come into your high lunge. And then we're framing that left foot, ready to push into our standing splits. You want to shift your hands slightly further forward to help with your balance. We draw that right knee in. We take it long. We squeeze it in. We send it long. One more here. Take that leg long and then shift that leg behind your left and fold. We feel that stretch now in the right side. Taking one more breath here. Uncrossing your legs, feet come back together, fold over both legs. We inhale, we rise all of the way up. Our palms come together. We're going to link our fingers, send our palms upwards. Take that stretch over to the right. And then over to the left. And then maybe side to side, pushing into each hip as you move left and right. Coming back to center and release. Grab some water if you need some before we move on. So hopefully we're feeling warmer. And we're going to come back to standing just for our last pose. And then we're going to come down to our mat. So a little bit of distance in the feet when you're ready. And we're going to draw in our left knee. So just before we come to a one leg squat, let's see if we can hold on to our toe or hold on to the back of our leg and send our leg out. Doesn't matter which. We can also do that holding our knee, finding balance, just holding the knee. So a few options there. Whatever one you're at, see if you can take your leg out to the left side, either holding your knee, holding your toe, holding your strap or the back of your leg. Bring that leg back in, let go of that strap or toe or knee, keep that leg out. Bend that knee in. We're going to take that foot on top of the thigh and bend into our squat. So our hands can come back to our heart center. Now you can stay exactly where you are. If you want something deeper today, you start to fold over that leg and straighten that right side. So you get that really deep stretch in your left glute, in your hamstring. But just do what feels right this morning. Last breath. Let's straighten, release, and let that left foot come back down. So we want to find that balance now on that left side. So that left foot is grounding into your mat. We're going to bend that right knee. Maybe it's our knee we're holding. Maybe it's our toe, our strap. Send that foot out. You're holding on. And then that leg out to the side. Or that knee out to the side. Come back to center. Let go of that knee or that foot. Keep that leg up. Engage that core, that thigh muscle. Before we bend it in, we want to grab that foot on top of our thigh and come into our squat. If you did fold forward, then do the same on this side, lowering down to your mat. Great stretch if you do running or a lot of walking. Last breath. If you went down, just rise back up. Keep that balance. Well done. And then straighten that leg. Feet come back together. Let's inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Take a little distance in the feet. Turn the heels towards each other. Let's come into our squat before we come down onto our mat. Just take a little bit of movement today if that feels good. So just moving side to side. We're then going to sit down on our mats. So legs out in front of you. You can sit on a low block if you want to, or a rolled up blanket. We are going to be folding forward, so if you need that height, that extra for your hips, then take it. So make sure you're sitting evenly, so pull the flesh of the glutes away. We're going to bend in our left knee, and that foot is going to go onto our inner leg. If you want something stronger today, that foot is on top of the thigh. So again, you decide. Maybe you might want your strap. You can also take support for that left knee if you need it on a block. So we're going to inhale. We're going to reach the arms up. And then we're going to exhale and fold towards that right foot. Keep lifting out of the lower back. And come into that position as you exhale. So really take your time. There's no rush. Using your breath. So Jana Shavasana is this pose. Our half forward fold. And in this pose, we're stretching our hamstrings. We're increasing our hip flexibility. We're toning and massaging our abdominal organs as we fold forwards. We're also working the whole of the abdominal area, the kidneys, the spleen, the pancreas. Let's just take one more breath here. And when we come out the same way, breathing in Bringing up the arms and releasing. Let's just draw that knee in for a moment. Take that foot over your right leg. Send your left hand behind. Inhale, right arm long and come into your spinal twist. So you want to pull that left shoulder back. Your hand is quite close to your spine, so you don't want to be back here. You want it close to your spine as you twist to that left shoulder. Turning your gaze behind you. Coming back to center. Let's squeeze that leg in and then send it long. So we're going to do the same thing the other side. So this time it's the right knee that's bent in. That foot comes to the inner thigh, or maybe it's on top of the thigh. We take that inhale, long arms, and then we exhale and fold to our left leg. So just take your time, use your strap if you need it. Maybe you're not pushing yourself, you're listening to what your body's telling you. We're going to stay for a few breaths. Stimulating all of the circulation and the nerves of the spine as we fold forwards. Let's stay for 2 more breaths. Taking 1 more breath. Coming out exactly the same way. You want to bring the arms up. Releasing. Ready to take that spinal twist. Draw that right knee in. Take that knee over our left leg. Right hand back. Left arm long. Taking that elbow over the knee or hugging in. Taking that twist to the right. So make sure that spine is long. Keep a piece of thread running through the spine. Turning your gaze behind you. Again, we're massaging all our internal organs. Bringing fresh blood along the spinal system as we compress and we release. Slowly bring the head back, that arm long, those legs back together. So let's send soles of the feet together this time. We can take hold of our toes, or we can thread our hands through our legs, bringing our hands on top of our feet. We lift out of our lower back and we start to draw our head down towards our toes. Now we can always grab our block if we want to, and that can be our head support if we need it. It's quite nice to have the head supported if you can. There should be no strain on the neck. Your block can obviously be different levels. It's a lovely one for the lower back. Great if you have any sciatica. So let's stay here for a few breaths. As you inhale in, just feel the belly expand with that breath. You're sending that oxygen to all of the cells. As you exhale, you're removing any waste, any toxins. So once again, the whole body is breathing. Let's stay for 2 more breaths. rolling very, very slowly back up. Let's take a cross in our legs. Either staying just as you are, or again, if you want to challenge a little further, have the left knee bent and the right on top. So the feet go out to the side. We're going to incorporate our arms. You might want your strap. We're going to send the right arm back and then the left arm up and back to meet it. Now remember, you can also just hold your elbows. If you do have any shoulder issues and that doesn't feel comfortable, you can hold your elbows. Whatever position you're in, just see if the body wants to fold forward. So you start to bring your chin towards the knee. Again, you can grab your block. Maybe it's your block that you're resting on. As you fold forward, if you're linking your fingers, you're getting more of a stretch in that right shoulder. It's perfectly also okay to stay upright. Wherever you're at, just close your eyes. Just send your breath to where it needs to go. Is that right shoulder tight? The arm, even down to the wrist. Very slowly start to come up or release. Take a cross into your legs. Bring your hands onto your shoulders. Let's draw the elbows in and back. In, squeezing back. And you can use your hands to help pull those shoulders back. And then reverse that circle the opposite way. Feel the whole of the shoulder blades working. And just before you release out, just give yourself a little massage in this area. The neck, the shoulders, even feels quite nice to tap the head. Your head is feeling heavy today. Whatever you feel drawn to. We are then going to change sides. So if you had your knee bent, it's the right knee that's bending first. It's the left that's on top. Or you're just changing the direction of your cross of your legs. Make sure our spine is long, we're not collapsing. That left arm is back first. Then that right arm comes back to meet it. Or maybe you're holding your elbows. If you're folding forwards, inhale first. And then exhale as you drop down. And that lovely release in that left side. Just see if every exhalation you can just release what you're holding that little bit more. Sending love to those muscles that are hanging on or clinging on to things that they don't need. In your body, it's okay to let go. We're going to take one more breath. And very slowly release. Take that cross back into your legs if you're not already there. Let's send the palms together and push your spine back like you're planting your spine behind you. And then open the arms wide, send your chin upwards. And then again, palms together, spine backwards. This time bend at the elbows, cactus the arms, chin upwards. And then last one, palms together, spine backwards. And release. We're going to come down onto our backs. So lying down now. All of the way onto your mat. And we're going to work a little bit now with our shoulder stand. If this is not for you, you can do a double leg raise. You can even come to a wall and bring your legs up alongside a wall. If you are doing your shoulder stand, make sure you bring your knees in first of all. Remember, we want to support our back. We want to draw our elbows in as close as we can to our back as we come up. Now, really, if this is not for you, you can choose any asana that you want to do this morning, okay? It's completely up to your body. If you are coming into shoulder stand, you push up, you bend your knees, you walk your hands up your back. Once you're there, you send your legs long. Now remember, when you come out, you're going to stay here for a little while longer. You draw the knees back in. You send your arms alongside you and you roll your spine back down without lifting your head. So you're picking your chosen asana, whatever you want to do. Listening to your body. Staying for as long as you need this morning. Whatever inversion that you've chosen. And when we come into a shoulder stand, particularly when we push up, we're stimulating our thyroid gland because that chin is compressing against the chest. We're balancing our circulatory system, our respiratory, our digestion, our nervous, our endocrine systems. There's so much going on in this pose. Calming our mind, relieving any mental, emotional stress, and also boosting our immune system. We're going to stay for a few more breaths if you feel okay. If not, you slowly come out, keeping the head down on your mat. Whatever position you've chosen, let's very slowly release out now. And we're going to come to the counter position of shoulder stand, which is called fish. We bring our legs together. You can either bring your palms and arms alongside you, or I quite like to bring my palms underneath my glutes. Keep the elbows and the arms close to your body. Keep your feet together. And then we roll up onto the crown of the head, pointing the toes away. It's a beautiful stretch for the neck. You're opening into your throat chakra. So if you do struggle with expression, this is a great pose to do regularly. There should not be a lot of weight in the head. The weight is in the arms. And then we slowly lift our head away. Bring our head back down onto our mat. And if you have your block close by, we're going to grab it. We're going to place our block underneath our head. Make sure the back of our head is on our block, not our neck. We're going to let our feet just fall out to the side, our arms away from our body. And we're going to roll our head over to the right. Maybe pausing on any little pressure points that we find that feel good to hold. Really pushing your head into your block all of the way. Going all the way over to your right side. Holding there. Closing the eyes. Our neck is our highway between our head and our heart. And it often can get quite congested with tension. So again, our yoga practice helps to keep that highway flowing freely. Let's slowly roll our head back to center. All of the way. And then work your way over to your left side. Again, just taking your time, really slowly, holding anywhere you need to. Going as far as you can to that left side. And then taking that pause. Very slowly making your way back to center, still pushing the head into the block so you get that lovely release. And once you reach the center, take a bend into your legs, knees come together. Remove your block from under your head, but link your fingers, creating that pillow with your hands under your head. Elbows resting on the floor. Let's draw the knees in towards our chest, knees together, and then let them fall over to the right side. The higher the knees, the more you're going to feel that stretch. You decide if you want to just keep your head central now. Closing the eyes. Very slowly bringing the knees back to center. The upper body doesn't need to move. And then dropping them to your left side. You can always use your block to prop them if needed. Keeping the eyes closed. Rolling back to center and finding Shavasana now for these last few moments. Whatever way feels good. Letting the body just take rest. And maybe just using this time right now for a little check-in of self-care. Are you speaking kindly to yourself throughout your day, throughout your daily life? Remember not to say things to yourself that you wouldn't say to another. Speak to yourself as you would those you love dearly. Remember, self-love means having high regard for your own well-being and happiness. Self-love means taking care of your own needs and not sacrificing your well-being to please others. Self-love means not settling for less than you deserve. When you feel ready, take a full body stretch. Send the arms behind you, legs long. Drawing the knees into the chest, taking that roll side to side. Rolling to one side, just resting there for a moment. Before slowly, slowly bringing yourself back up. Let's finish our practice today with one Om mantra. We're going to inhale and begin. Bring your hands to your heart. Thank yourself for your practice. And let's bow together in Namaste. Namaste, everyone. Thank you.